Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Today the Supercharged 3800 Fiero is going to get a little love. What we've got going on is the cold air intake that's on here is a budget setup that I tossed together about 6 years ago. It consists of an accordion style coupler which leads to some 3.5-inch PVC pipe. Yep, the same stuff you get at your home improvement store. Of course I painted it silver so it looks a little cooler. And that's got to go. We're going to bring the cold air intake into the modern era. We're going to use a 3.5-inch silicone coupler coming off the throttle body. It'll have a bend in it and it'll attach to some 3.5-inch thin wall aluminum tubing which will extend out into the wheel well area where of course it'll attach to an oil style air filter to draw that cold air in. We're going to walk through how we're going to put all that together so this old girl can breathe in style. Next!
Toys for Life.
First step, let's go ahead and pop the wheel off. Next, we'll get the Fiero up on the lift, and then we can proceed to remove a whole variety of 7mm fasteners, followed by another whole variety of plastic push pin connectors. Then we can remove the inner fender liner from the chassis. This Fiero I got from my dad, and it was pretty rusty, so I went in here about 17 years ago, cut out all the rusty metal and rebuilt it with new sheet metal. I don't drive this in the winters because that would just totally take this thing out in no time. If you're new to Fieros, this is the area here in particular that's usually gone on any kind of a Midwest car. It was gone here too, so took a little time and rebuilt everything, and it's holding up fairly well. All right, back on task. So pretty much everybody who's got a 3800 Supercharged Fiero uses some variant of this. And essentially it just goes from the throttle body through a coupler of some sort, generally a 45-degree bend, and then a 3-inch tube or 3.5-inch tube that extends down into the area just ahead of the wheel well on the driver's side, down low so it gets a lot of cool air for the most part. Mine could be sealed a little better from the engine bay. In fact, that's going to be part of this project. And overall it works quite well, and that's why it's very popular. Disassembly is straightforward. Just remove the tube from the coupler. Remove the inlet air temperature sensor. Pop off the coupler from the throttle body. And finally, we can remove the entire assembly from underneath the Fiero. For our new cold air intake, we're going to just model the existing because it fits quite nicely. The only differences are we're going to use a smooth silicone coupler here instead of this accordion style. And I want the tubing to be a little bit larger, made out of aluminum, so it looks nicer and flows better. So what we've got here is about 5.5 inches until we hit the 45-degree angle. And then from that, it drops down about 13 inches. And for the air cleaner, it's about 6 inches wide by 5.5 inches long. And just a couple days later, the parts show up. I'm pretty excited about this. The inside throttle body diameter is 3.25 inch, so I inadvertently left myself a huge margin for improvement when I built the original cold air system because the cold air pipe I was using has a diameter inside of 3 inches and the new tubing is 3.25 inch. That may not seem like a lot, but if you know anything about the volume of a cylinder, you know that even slight increases in the diameter have a pretty large impact on the total amount of flow. Check out this accordion style coupler. These are both 3.5 inches, but the accordion style is going to create a lot of turbulence and hinder flow. By contrast, the new one is like a super chute water slide that'll direct the air right where it needs to go. But it gets even better. The old air filter I've been using has an inside diameter of 2 3/4, and the new one, 3.5 inches. This thing is clearly going to flow a lot better than the old one. And to boot, the size of the filter is about 20% greater with the new unit. Alright, I just mocked up the new one to hopefully match the old one. And the way I see it, I need to shorten the new one by about 6 inches. Much better. Okay, the last step here is finding a provision for the inlet air temperature sensor. I just used a thicker piece of rubber and I bolted it to the aluminum. That way this can pop in and out and be serviceable. clearly, you can see from the inside, just protrudes enough for the sensor to grab the temperature. And you're going to want to use some red Loctite on these because you don't want that ever falling into your intake tract. So we got a little problem here. Our inlet air temp wire won't reach, but that's okay because we can lengthen it. And guys, I want to show you this. When I did the 3800 swap, I took the whole car, and let me tell you what, I dissected that entire wiring harness, and there's a lot of freaking wire in the car. You can just see all this stuff. I've got enough wire to do simple jobs for the rest of my life from harvesting the 97 Buick Regal GS wiring harness. We got the wire lengthened, and that's no problem because you guys know how to solder. Now we're going to give it a once over so that we can give this thing a cold start and make sure we didn't mess anything up. Guys, that's going to do it for the 3800 Supercharged cold air intake upgrade. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.